Alright, and welcome to car payments. Today I'm going to show you how to calculate your monthly car payment given a variety of different pieces of information. The formula that we're going to use is going to be this right here, and I want y'all to think of this word P. So let's go ahead and define all these things. P will be our monthly payments, okay? Our A value will be our original loan amount. Let me use the green here. Our R value, which we see here 3 times, will be our periodic interest rate. And N, let's use this nice purple, will be our number of periodic payments. So when you look at this, you'll probably think, man, this is a pretty complicated looking formula. But let's go ahead and let's go through this very first example, and let's label everything we see. So firstly, we see a $24,000 Ford Fusion. Notice, I have my loan amount in A, and I'm actually also going to highlight in A, our loan amount, the $5,000 down payment. Alright, what does a down payment do? Well, it decreases the original loan amount by that amount. So we're actually going to have to subtract these two, and we'll do that in just a second. But let me go ahead and put that as an A, and let's go ahead and put that as an A. At a 5.38% interest rate, well, we have our periodic interest rate in R. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write this as, let's see. It's not really equal to R yet. I'm going to write it as I divided by 12, because we'll see that in just one second. And then we're going to do this for 3 years. And notice that I have the number of years in this nice purple. But the problem is here, when we're looking at the monthly rate, we actually need to transform years into the number of months. Okay? So everything that I highlighted in red is going to help us find our loan amount. The things that I highlighted in green are going to help us find our periodic interest rates. And the things that I highlighted in purple are going to help us find our number of periodic payments. Alright guys, let me go ahead and make this a little bit clearer. Okay, let's go ahead and start out with A, our loan amount. We know that the original amount of the entire loan was $24,000, but we are going to, here in fact I'll call this the loan original, and then we're going to subtract away our down payment. Okay, we're going to subtract away our down payment. Why? Because you pay all this money up front, there's no interest that accrues on this money. So what is 24,000 minus 5,000? Well, we're going to say that our initial A value is $19,000. Okay? Alright. In our green, we're going to talk about interest rate. Now when they give you, so let's say the letter that we use here for our periodic interest rate is R. When they give you an interest rate of 5.38%, well, that's actually the annual interest rate. So we actually have to take this and we have to divide it. We actually have to divide by the number of months in a year. Since it's the annual rate for 1 year, we divide it by 12. And you will always divide that number by 12. However, we first have to change our percent into a decimal. So remember, to go from a percent to a decimal, you go over 2 places to the left. And so we have 0.0538 divided by 12. Now let me go ahead and pull up my Desmos calculator here. Okay, Desmos scientific calculator. And let me just kind of shrink this down so it's here where we can see it. Perfect. And let's see, so we have this, we have 0.0538. We're going to divide that by 12. You know what, maybe it would help to kind of put it like that. There we go. And we can say, you know what, our R value is going to equal 0.00448. Our R value is going to equal 0.00, and I believe it is 448. Okay, so how do we find R? Well, we always take that interest rate and we divide by 12. And then this is going to bring us to our third and final thing, the number of periodic payments, which I have in purple. And so this is going to be our N for number of periodic payments. And since this is in years, we have 3 years times 12. Oh my gosh, that is terrible. What is that? Times 12 months in a year. Well, this is going to equal 36 months. Okay, so we're going to say n, our n value, is equal to 36. Okay, we now have all the information we need to plug into this formula. Let me go ahead and pause this for you guys. Okay, now here's our formula for our number of monthly payments, P. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug in everything that we know. I know that my original loan amount is $19,000. I'm going to put these big, large brackets here. And we can kind of do that right there. I know that my R, which I have here in the green, is this 0.00448 parentheses. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and erase this right side bracket. We can extend this as needed. Oh. It would be helpful if I did not have my my eraser out. Okay, that should be plenty. And notice here that we're actually have to do in the formula, we're going to have to do 1 plus, and then we have that R value again, which is 0.00448, close parentheses, and we're going to actually raise this up to the number of months, or our periodic payments, 36. Now let's go ahead and look at the bottom of this. We know that down here on the bottom, just kind of following suit, we have this parentheses 1 plus, and we have that R amount again, which is 0.00448, close parentheses, and we're once again going to raise this up to the nth power, 36, and then don't forget we have that minus 1 still on the outside. Now guys, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've debated long and hard on this. Or should I go through this step by step, or should I show y'all how to do this in the calculator efficiently and quickly? And I think on this one, I'm going to cave just a little bit, and I'm going to show y'all how to do this efficiently and quickly on the calculator, because there's some other things I want to show y'all. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to show you how to put it in perfectly into the calculator. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to first start with my A value, the 19,000. And you can't really see the 0, it's kind of cut off, but y'all know how to put in a 0. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my very first parentheses. And from here I go over far to the right where I have this A over B. I'll click that. And we're going to start here in the top. And let's go ahead and put our periodic interest rate, 0.00448. And then we're going to put a parentheses, we'll put that 1 plus, and this is where it's kind of nice, we get to actually copy this down again, 0.00448, and then we close the parentheses, and we're going to click this A to the B button, which gives us our exponents, and we know we're going to raise this up to the power of 36 months. Now let's click on the bottom. Notice here we actually start out with kind of something similar from the top. We start out with the whole 1 plus 0.00448, close parentheses, A to the power of B to the 36, and the difference here, guys, y'all gotta be so careful here, is that you click down. See, you were in that exponent, you gotta click down, and then we'll click that minus 1. And when we do this, we actually get our monthly payment. Now notice, you will always have to round to the hundredths place, because we only go out to cents. You know, there's 100 cents in a dollar, we go out to the hundredths place. And so our monthly payments in this scenario is going to be $572.66. Now I'm going to click off of this, but it's very important that y'all do not, and I cannot stress enough, do not click the enter button and do not delete this. Alright, so keep this here, but let's just go ahead and we're going to say this. For, oh man, for 3 years, our monthly payments are going to be 500, I think it was 72. Y'all have to forgive me for my dawdling here. 572.66. $572.66. Now this is how much you're going to have to pay per month for 3 whole years. But here's the other question I'm always going to ask y'all. I'm going to ask you to change it to 6 years, because 3 years and 6 years are typically the options that you're going to be given by your creditor. How are we going to do this? Well, what I would do is maybe even open up a second Desmos account, Because if I'm asked to do 6 years, well, I got to do 6 times the number of months in a year. That's 6 times 12. And you'll see that that's 72 months. I'm going to come back here, and all I have to do for this same scenario is I simply have to go ahead and delete the 36 and then put in 72. So instead of 36 months, or aka 3 years, now we're going to go ahead and put in 72. Now I also have to do it right here. So I'll go ahead and pull this up, and then I'll go click, click, and I'll go ahead and change that to 72. Alright. And notice, now I get my new monthly payment, and ask yourself, what does that 8 do to the 1 in the hundreds place? Well, because it's 5 or more, we're going to raise that up, and our answer will be $309.32. So $309.32. And this is going to be our monthly payments if we take out that same loan, over 6 years instead of 3 years. Now, I want you to pause the video, and I want you to ask yourself, which one of these seems like the better deal? Just right off the top of your head, which one seems like the better deal? Okay, I think setting it up this way will be the most helpful for y'all. And this is what I've done. I've broken this down into 4 columns. Time of the loan, the monthly payments, the lifetime amount of the loan, and the interest. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So how in the world do you calculate the, well, you know what, first I actually want to start here, and I want to ask you, what is the difference that you're going to pay per month from a 3-year payment to a 6-year payment? Well, if we were to subtract these things, it looks like 6 minus 2 is 4, 3 minus 3 is 0. Here, we really have, I guess you could say 72 minus 9, which looks like it would be 63, and 5 minus 2, which is, or I'm sorry, 5 minus 3, which is 2. So it looks like the monthly difference is $263.04. So if you take this out for 3 years, you would pay $263.04 more per month. Or if you took it out for 6 years, you're essentially saying you're paying $263.04 less per month. It depends on how you're comparing them. But, and you might be thinking, well, wait a second, that sounds like a good deal. But what about over the lifetime of the loan? Well, what is 3 years? We know that 3 years is 36 months, okay? So we have to multiply $572.36 by 3 years. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. I'm going to go to my secondary calculator. And let's take that $572 and, 36 cents. And we're going to multiply that by 36. And the answer is $20,602.08. 20,602. Alright. $20,602, and I believe, oh, not a comma, but a decimal, and 8 cents. Okay? Well, what is the lifetime of the loan for our 6-year payments? Well, remember, 6 years is going to be 72 months. Alright, so we're going to multiply that number 309.32 by 72. So let's see, 309.32. 309.32 times 72 months, and whoa, that's actually a much larger number. We're going to have 22,271. 22,271.04. Now wait a second. What is the difference here? All right. So you're actually going to pay this much more, $22,271. Let's go ahead and subtract off our 3-year payment. So let's see. So 2602. Okay, so we'll say our answer minus 20,602.08. And it looks like the lifetime of difference, we're going to pay $1,668.24 more. 1668. 1668.24. Sorry guys, I have to memorize this for y'all. But so here, let's take a look at this. Let's say it like this. When we're comparing 3 years to 6 years, here you pay this much less per month, but you're actually going to pay this much more per lifetime. So guys, what does this tell you? It tells you that car dealerships, they want you to take out the 6 years over the 3 years, because you think, oh yeah, I'm paying that much less per month, I'm coming out ahead, and in reality they're getting more money from you. Okay, the last thing that we really want to do is, if we want to figure out the amount of interest, all we have to do is take our lifetime amount. In this case, we're going to take that 20,602.08, and we're going to subtract away. We're going to subtract away the original loan amount after the down payment, 19,000. And this is actually pretty easy math, because it really just, it's $1,602.08. All right, and you know what? I wanted to do this in a different color, so why not just kind of highlight this in red? This is the amount of interest. This is the amount of interest that you're going to pay over the 3 years. But what about this one right here, this 22,271.04 minus that $19,000 loan amount? Well, check this out. You actually wind up paying $3,271.04 more in interest. All right. Okay. And lastly, guys, this is going to be the answer to the most difficult questions. Okay. I'm going to ask you how much more interest. So let's say question mark, how much more in interest are you going to wind up paying? Because this is the actual difference in the loan. When you look at the two over their entire lifetimes, it's the difference that you're going to pay in interest that is your real different amount. And let's go ahead and see. So we got 3,271. I'm just going to round. All right, 3,271. Oh, and it's kind of cool. I can see it here. Minus this 1,602. And yeah, it looks like our, roughly we'd say $1,669. Or actually, I guess this number should actually just kind of match up with that. So yeah, 1,000, let's just copy that, 1,668.24. All right, so you can either subtract the lifetime amounts or you can subtract the interest amounts, and they're both going to give you the same answer. Okay, guys, I'm only going to run this one example. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this helps you out through these examples, and I'll see you guys in our next video.